Hey, paisanos, it's the Super Mario Brothers Super Show!
With the Mario Brothers and plumbing's our game. We're not like the others who get all the fame. If your sink is in trouble, you can call us on the double. We're faster than the others, you'll be hooked on the brothers. Hooked on the brothers. Yo, you're in for a treat, so hang on to your seat. Get ready for adventure and remarkable feats. You'll meet Koopas and Troopers, the princess and the others. Hanging with the plumbers, you'll be hooked on the brothers. To the bridge.
Hello and welcome to the latest episode of Pixels in the Animation. I am one of your hosts, TFG on Mike, and joining me as always is TV's Mr. Neil.
Mamma mia, that's one spicy meatball.
You know the bad thing is when I watched these episodes, I was actually eating a pizza.
Oh.
I didn't realize it until I was in the middle of eating. I'm like, oh god. Yes, we are back for the 5th episode of Pixels in the Animation, and wow. Just wow. Oh boy. We've got, I honestly thought that these cartoons got better. I don't know what I was thinking as a kid. I loved these cartoons as a kid, and now, as a 33-year-old adult, I was like, oh my god. This must have would have been like for kids in the 70s watching crappy Filmation stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I don't know. No idea. Yeah, I do want to point out that, let's see, Kupenstein, which is one of the episodes we'll talk about today, on Her Majesty's Shore Service, are 2 episodes that did not have the live-action segment on the Shout Factory DVDs that I have because of legal issues due to music copyrights. So when we get to those episodes today, I did not see the live-action segments, and
I did.
Thankfully, well, you can talk about them then, but I was going to say, thankfully, Neil so graciously provided me with a link to them, and it's like, oh, God. You evil bastard. So, we're going to get to a food fight after this. Oh, wait, that's the wrong Pied Koopa.
Doesn't look good, Luigi. All we can do now is hope and pray. Makes me sick with grief. Who's gonna call Mama and tell her that her basil bush is dying? What we need now is a miracle. Mm-hmm. Come in. Who are you and how can we help you?
No, it is I who can help you. When a plant is in distress, the great Dr. Toby knows about it.
You could call it a gift. You could call it a power. And a curse. I've developed a super plant growth formula to save your dying plant.
Wow. Thanks, Doc.
Would it keep us from getting in trouble with Mama? Yes, but it's still in the experimental phase. Read the instructions carefully. You may be tested. Pop quiz.
Thanks, Doc. Okay, instructions.
I wish my microphone could detach itself from its mic stand because, wait, no pie, drop the mic, walk away. So, as we said, this is the Pied Koopa, which is a takeoff of the Pied Piper. Good lord. The live-action segment is Super Plant. This can't end well. Mario and Luigi use a plant-growing antidote presented by a salesman to use on Mario's mother's plant, but grows into a giant plant monster. Oh boy.
Couple interesting notes about this. I noticed at the end of the episode it said Patrick Dempsey as the plant monster. I'm like, wait a minute.
McDreamy?
You mean the cat from Grey's Anatomy?
Yes.
Like, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, and Dr. Toby is totally doing the voice of Ed Wynn. Hey, fellas.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, I saw that and I was like, what the hell? What is he doing? Man, I guess, people get their starts somewhere, but a plant monster?
Yeah, wow.
Wow. Of course, then he would, go on to do, the red herring idiot car salesman in Transformers Dark of the Moon, but...
Oh, boy.
I take it you haven't seen Dark of the Moon?
I've avoided that one.
I'll say this: it's better than Revenge of the Fallen.
Well, anything's better than Revenge of the Fallen.
That's true. I mean, the Care Bears are better than Revenge of the Fallen.
Ow.
Oh God. All right. So for the animated short, we have Koopa uses a flute to lure all the children of Pastaland into his castle. Of course, it features the song "Hit the Road, Jack," the Ray Charles version. And of course, the DVDs don't have that because, legal issue. I don't understand. Okay, I get it. Show Factory is a very large company, but they're also, they're not, Viacom or Paramount. They're not billionaire companies. They're not like an Apple or. But seriously, you couldn't get rights to do that. That's one of the things that really bugs me about most of the cartoons that we're going to talk about, specifically to the Nintendo cartoons, that if they're going to have something say, specifically to Mario 3 when we get to it, if they're going to have something say the complete series, I expect everything that happened to be there. Yeah. Not just, I don't know. And I'm not saying that Shout Factory that they're far from being a bad DVD company at all, but it's just like, it just kind of, when you see the information that it was this, and you remember, oh yeah, that's right. But wait, no, we didn't see that now. I don't know. So yeah, that was basically the Pied Piper with Mario Brothers. I don't know. Do you have any thoughts on the plot?
Not really. This is a pretty cookie cutter episode as far as even for this show. It's just kind of bleh.
Yeah. Yep. So we're skipping Fire Flowers and we're just going to move straight into Goombas after this because I didn't write anything good down about this episode whatsoever. I'm sorry, folks. I know I've said in the last 4 episodes of this podcast that we do try to be positive, but I didn't find one single thing. I watched this episode twice and didn't find one single thing good to write down about this episode.
You are a survivor.
Yeah. So let's get to stomping on some Goombas.
Your plan had a few leaks in it, Mario.
Look at it this way, Luigi. We get our overalls washed free of charge.
All right. Just horrible things about the Pied Koopa. First of all, I'm going to ask this question later, but I'm going to ask it here first. How many kingdoms make up the Mushroom Kingdom? Seriously, Pastaland Kingdom? Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm going to guess 52.
Yeah, that's not new at all. But it's like the whole point of this cartoon, in my mind, is that these 2 plumbers from Brooklyn get sucked into this magical world. This magical world and the real world have nothing to do with each other, and I get it. They're trying to make the cartoon relatable to children of this time, 1989, 1990. And, everybody loves pasta, everybody loves pizza, everybody wants to eat, everybody wants to become obese children. We get it already. We fucking get it already. And it's like, but seriously, Pastaland Kingdom? That's really a name of one of these worlds? Like, I just don't know.
This must have been like the last couple days of them sitting around the writer's table going, have they been to a Pastaland yet? No. Okay, they're going to a Pastaland.
Yeah. Mario frustrates me to no end in this episode. They land in the moat. Overalls washed for free. Really? Seriously? You're going to basically say, oh, hey, we're going swimming, and we're going to get a fresh wash for our clothes. And the piranha-trons or piranha plants or whatever the hell they're called, the fish are yeah.
The trouters.
Trouters. And are you fucking kidding me? The music in the background. Okay, yeah. When they go to build the quote-unquote musical instruments, you can clearly tell it's background music and there's no noise coming out of those fucking instruments as they fucking play them.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That was like...
The animation does not match the background music whatsoever.
That's like the worst replacement music I've ever heard so far in this series. Because that's obviously where Hit the Road Jack was supposed to be, and it just... Yeah. They picked something that just doesn't match at all. It's worse than that Hercules episode.
Oh yeah. What didn't you like about this one?
Basically what you just said. It's that replacement music was horrible, and it's just such a. It's this, like I said, this must have been like the last couple days of them trying to come up with plots, and this was just like them slapping something together super quick. There's no plot. It's like Koopa has a magic flute and he guides a bunch of mushroom people away, and then Mario and company go rescue them, and then they guide the guards away by the same damn thing. Yeah, and then of course we have another episode that ends with Mario eating.
Oh my god. My arteries just hurt from watching this cartoon. Alright, let's head on over to the next episode where we find a whole lot of monsters.
He's almost to the battlements. Hurry up, Code. I'm starving.
Don't you ever think about anything but food?
What else is there?
Brain surgery. And you are about to learn about it the hard way.
Up next is Kupenstein. This was one of the episodes that, as I mentioned before, on the DVD set did not have the live-action segment because of legal issues. Koopa tries to terrorize a mountain town with a robot monster, but winds up turning into a monster himself. And of course, the episode is based on Frankenstein. Featured song was Weird Science by Oingo Boingo.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that explains why why that episode had the song in it. Because I actually heard that song when I watched this today.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because clearly I was not watching something that was off the DVD.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, the live action segment was Baby Mario Love, which they got a visit from Susanna Ross, obviously a parody of Diana Ross, and she was looking for replacement singers to be in her band, and she picks the Mario Brothers for some reason that cannot be explained, and she decides to have them lip sync. All they have to do is dress up as the other three sisters, and it's another episode where Mario and Luigi are in drag. What is it with Deke and putting these two old men in drag? Why do you keep doing this?
Oh my god. I'm so glad I did not see that.
Yeah, you really lucked out, because this might be the worst of the three.
Alright, let's get to the fire flowers.
Miserable fungus you call Toad.
The live action segment was so bad, ladies and gentlemen, we forgot to talk about the cartoon in the plot portion. And as I did say, it's basically they're inserting these characters into classic tales. That's all this show is so far. We've covered nearly 26 episodes in 4 podcasts, or almost 5 podcasts. And it just, I don't know. I will say that it's very interesting on the vocal effects of Kupenstein.
Yeah.
And I do like the models on his... I like the models on the different design and how, obviously I don't think... It's not a bone, it's the screws in his head.
The bolts in his
the
head?
screws, the bolts, yeah. I like that. But I wonder who's doing the monster sounds for Koopa, honestly.
It didn't sound like the regular guy.
No, it didn't sound like, I think it's Harvey Atkin.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. It didn't sound like him, and I thought for a moment that it might have been Frank Welker. I don't think it's Frank Welker, because I don't think he was ever associated with this show.
Which is a rarity.
Yeah, very rare, because I actually looked on the Wikipedia article, the main Wikipedia article for the show, and it says additional voice cast, and his name is not there at all. I might have to look at like IMDb or something to see if he did any additional voices, but I honestly don't remember him ever having credits for this show. Totoronomo. Oh my god. What did you like about this one? Anything?
Well, I was like I said in an earlier episode, I was kind of looking for like weird characters that show up, and the fire piranha plant from Super Mario 3 shows up again.
Yeah.
And let's see. You know what? I thought it was funny that Koopa as Dr. Frankenstein was wearing glasses for at least part of the episode. He just looked kind of silly. Let's see. Not a whole lot. I mean, it was kind of a wonky episode. I'll get to what I have some comments about for my dislikes. So we'll say that.
Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and get there.
He's turned into the Kupenstein monster. Run for it!
Take that, you disgusting Goomba. Alright, what didn't you like about this one?
The animation. This was a particularly badly animated episode. It was. Oh boy, where to even start? I mean, there were scale issues all over the place. There was this clock tower in the middle of the town, and it seemed to be different sizes at different times, and that happens a lot in cartoons anyway. But this was really bad. And what was with the mayor's voice? It was really echoey.
It was echoey, and it was like the entire town was a 700 square foot living like if you go into a mansion and the living room is set, just the living room alone is 700 square feet. The size of a 1-bedroom apartment. Like it was like you just go in and there's no furniture, no nothing, and your voice echoes off. It was horrid. The voice acting was just hard in this episode. The monster, Koopa's robot monster.
Yeah, why was that even there?
Well, not even why was it even there. If you recolor him brown and give him a brown smock, it's Teddy fucking Ruxpin.
Oh my god.
Look at that. Look at the monster again at like the side angle. I swear it's a robot version of Teddy Ruxpin. Obviously, it's not the same colors as Teddy, but I swear the whole time I was thinking, why is Teddy Ruxpin here? This and Mouser, don't he? There are good people that have done Igor or Igor or whatever the hell is the stupid name. There are good impressions of that character, and obviously the original person that originally did it in the movies is great. But I'm sorry, a German Igor, no, no, not at all. I don't need a Nazi Igor. Thank you very much. It just didn't work at all.
Well. It works more than he does in every other episode, because in every other episode he has a German accent and he's like nowhere near Europe at all, and it's like, why does this mouse have this accent? Here, I mean, it's sort of in the right region.
Well, it is and it isn't, but it's one of those things where, you expect, oh, yes, master. You expect that,
Peter
that
Lorre.
kind of... Yeah, you expect that kind of tone from that character, or a variation on that character.
Or at least Marty Feldman.
Yeah, at least, yeah. And it's like, there wasn't that there at all. It just wasn't. This episode's just bad. I think with the next one, I might break Neil's brain, so let's see if I can do that after this.
Plumber's Log, number 007. We'd arrived in Spyland.
So up next is On Her Majesty's Sewer Service. Okay, first of all, anyone who's anyone in the mainstream should be able to tell what this is going to spoof just by that title.
Your favorite Bond film.
Fuck you. Okay. On Her Majesty's Secret Service was the one film, the only film, that stood in my way. It's with George Lazenby. It was right after Sean Connery said, nope, I'm not doing Bond anymore. And I hate the film. Absolutely hate that film for what it is. Because Lazenby was an Australian model. He wasn't even an actor. God, now I'm flashing to Space Jam, Bugs Bunny. And I am a Shakespearean actor.
And I understand he kind of BS'd his way into being Bond.
Well, the thing was, like, they made him Bond, and he had, at the time, he was signed on for a 7-picture deal. And something about, I don't remember off the top of my head, people listening to this podcast, I know the information's over on the M-Wire Shaken Not Stirred series, so I'm sorry, I'm not looking it up, but it was something to the effect of he wanted more money or he wanted something, and they were like, oh, nope, you're done. It's one of those things if an actor, asks for something and the studio's like, no, we'll just find somebody else to do it cheaper, Kind of like what Marvel does now with Avengers. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Holy crap. But with this one, honestly, where I'm probably going to break Neil's brain is that I freaking loved this cartoon episode. It's so much better than what is actually... The spoof is so much better than the actual original source material.
Well, I don't think it even touched that movie. It's just like they borrowed the
they borrowed the name, and they borrowed because the Mario thing, Plumber's Log 007.
Yes.
Or they borrowed that, and then they borrowed, and James Blonde. Come on. Oh God. Now I'm flashing to the porno. Oh God. It's all Michael Dodd's fault. I swear to God. Anyway, so with On Her Majesty's Sewer Service, Mario and Luigi become spies to save secret agent James Blonde from Coopfinger. So they took the name, they took the number, and they took the plot from Goldfinger. And I don't know. Episode obviously is based on Her Majesty's Secret Service. The featured song was Secret Agent Man.
Of course it was.
By Johnny Rivers. Note, Toad does not show up in this episode.
Yeah.
Thank God for that. Oh my God. Oh boy. No, I really enjoyed this. Honestly, seriously. I thought it was really cool. I thought it was an interesting way to have them do a parody of this. And what I liked about it is they basically put the actual secret agent in danger, and then the Mario Brothers had to become junior secret agents or, whatever. So, it's not like other spoofs of spy James Bond films specifically, where it's like, hey, James Bond is going to team up with Perry the Platypus, or I don't know,
Scooby Doo.
Yes. Oh boy, here we go.
No, that would be a meetup.
Yeah, the new Scooby movies. Puppy power.
Oh no.
And then my note for the plot was, this is so much better than the actual Lazenby movie, because that's what I call him. That's what I call George Lazenby, because he can't act for shit in that movie. But anyway, what did you think of the overall plot?
It was pretty good. I could tell that there were some people on the writing staff that really liked the Bond movies and put a lot of in-jokes in there. My favorite is Mouser as Oddjob.
I know.
And he does throw the hat.
I know, it makes it so much. It makes it so cool.
Oh, and I'll save. I had a comment, but I'll save it.
Let's.
Should we talk about the live action segment really quick?
Yeah, 9001.
Yeah, basically, Mario and Luigi have a computer that can make pizzas for them, so they're ordering all these ridiculous pizzas, and sure enough, the computer goes haywire, and the forgettable guest of the week shows up and fixes it. It does the Daisy thing. And by the way, it's called HAL 9001. So the computer is over 9,000.
9,000.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's basically it.
Yeah, you said it makes all kinds of crazy pizzas. The only thing I can think of is that very first episode of Ninja Turtles. The second episode. 3 sashimi pizzas and 1 whipped cream pizza. Eat in good health.
It made a dog biscuit pizza.
Oh, okay. On that note, we gotta go find some fire flowers. Holy crap!
Slaughter 'em.
Yo, good thing this windshield's made of snippet-proof glass.
Fire the plumber missiles!
Rotten reptiles. I'll ambush them with an albatross.
Albatross coming in for a bomb attack.
Okay, dog biscuit pizzas notwithstanding, I did find a couple of things I liked about this. I can't really single out one specific thing. This was one of my first notes. I love everything about this episode. It's just, the cartoon specifically is just so great. I thought it was funny when they did the Wheel of Fortune thing.
Yes.
But I couldn't tell if she said her name was actually Vanna or Vappa. I listened to, I rewound it like 3 times. Just that one scene, trying to figure out what her, obviously it's an homage to Vanna White. I got that. I just didn't catch the name. But no, I love this episode. It's so good. The only thing that was missing was the laser. It was there, but they never, Koopfinger didn't use it while they were tied up, did he?
No, I think maybe the censors probably said no. You can't strap Mario to the table and have the laser going up to his crotch.
So, what did you like about this one?
Well, 3 specific things. 2 things we already mentioned. No Toad. Mouser as Oddjob.
Yeah.
And the other thing that I had written down here was rare characters show up. Spark and Porcupine from Super Mario 2.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, no, everything about this one was damn good. I only have one thing when we get to Goombas, that one thing that kind of really teed me off, but it's not enough for me to lower the score that I'm going to give this. So let's go ahead and get to the Goombas.
You clod-clearing clodhoppers have foiled my plans again.
Koopfinger, you're kaput.
Then, as the old saying goes, again.
Yes, but he won't be snooping around Spyland anymore.
Now that Goldfinger's gone, Agent James Blonde is back in human form. Jolly good show, Mario chaps. That was nothing. Danger is our business.
For the Goombas, I only wrote down one thing, because, like I said, I pretty much love everything about this episode. What I really hated about this is that the fact at the end, they break character and call him Koopa, not Koopfinger. And they don't do this just in this episode. There are episodes that we'll get to in this podcast and next week and the week after where they have them set up as these, like Koopzilla or Koopfinger or, Koopa Claus. And sometimes the heroes will break the character and just call him Koopa in general, like he's not even, like he wasn't even that character. I don't really like that.
Yeah, that's kind of weird, but I don't know. It didn't really bother me.
Anything else you didn't like about this one?
Yeah, I can't really think of much of anything. No, not really.
All right, wow, that's pretty much it for... Wow, did we go through 3 episodes already? Holy crap, I didn't even think. All right, so we're going to head to a quick ad break. You're going to hear some other audio as well as other GCRN ads, as well as some ads for the stuff that Neil does, and we'll be back after this to give final thoughts and ratings.
The Super Mario Bros. Super Show will return.
Coming to Grand Rapids, Michigan on September 21st and 22nd is GrandCon Gaming and Comics Convention, presented by Celebration Cinemas. Join us in playing or chatting it up with fellow enthusiasts in a community that understands your passions. Get lost in the adventure of your favorite role-playing game. Admire costumes and art from vendors and attendees. Meet the creators behind your favorite mainstream and independent games and comic books. Check out unpublished games and sneak peek at things to come. You can get all this and more at GrandCon. For more information, please visit www.grand-con.com.
Like animation? Come listen to Animation Aficionados.
And if you disagree with us, you could be a guest on a future show.
Available on iTunes, the Zune Market, and animationaficionados.com.
Now back to the Super Mario Bros. Super Show.
And we are back. And of course, our scale is 0 to 5 star men for the Pied Koopa.
0.
I gotta agree. There's no plot. It's neither one of us had anything good written down about it. Yeah, it gets a 0. It really does. Kupenstein?
I'll give it a 3.
I will too. I enjoyed it for the most part, even though it wasn't like... When I watch these episodes and I take notes, ladies and gentlemen, if I start watching an episode and something, either obviously at the very beginning, just makes me go straight to the Goombas section and write something bad, just down that I downright hate, then you know there's going to be a bad episode for me. But honestly, all in all, no, Kupenstein was damn good, so I'll give it a 3 out of 5 Starman as well. What about On Her Majesty's Sewer Service?
I'll give it a 4. Pretty
solid.
solid.
Yeah, it is very solid. I really do love it. I am going to take 1 point off simply for the break in character. It just kind of took me out of it at the end. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 4 as well. What do you guys got coming up over at AA?
Well, let's see. This episode is going to be like a month or two ahead of what we have. So at the time of this recording, we just did an episode about lost cartoons. These are cartoons that are have either been destroyed over time, or they're sitting rusting in a vault somewhere in a rusty tin can where no one can see them. You know, it's
like the Donner cut of Superman 2.
Yeah, it's sort of like the Donner cut, where it sat around for like 20, 30 years. No one was allowed to see it until recently. Yeah. So basically that, and we recorded a Sailor Moon episode, and it keeps getting pushed back just because it's kind of a bear to edit, but that should be out by the time you're listening to this too.
Awesome. Anything else you're doing that you want people to pay attention to?
Just my webcomic, Decian.com. It's at Decian.com and NoSuperPants.com.
I'll make sure to put those links in the posts and whatever else. So, thank you for joining us here in Pixels and the Animation. There are several ways to get in contact with us or leave feedback for the show. Visit our website, geekcastradio.com, where you can comment on each and every one of the episode posts. Email us, feedback@geekcastradio.com. We are now in iTunes, and the reason why I'm mentioning it now here in episode 5 is because we had already recorded the previous 4 episodes, but we're now in iTunes, so go leave the feedback over there. You can follow us on Twitter. The network there is at GeekCastRadio. Mine is TFG1 Mike. What is your Twitter?
Neil Sama.
Become a fan on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/GeekCastRadio Network. You can also head on over to Neil's Classic Gaming, where he basically throttles all modern gaming, especially that Xbox done.
X-boned? More like X-boned.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, this is right after E3, folks. So, yeah, this was right after the PS4 press conference.
Yes, very much so. You can call the voicemail line. Tell us just who you're leaving the message for and your name. 502-526-5821. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Pixels in the Animation and wish you'll join us next time when we'll be reviewing 4 more episodes of the Super Mario Bros. Super Show, those being Mario and Joliet. Oh, God. Too hot. Oh, God. Too hot to handle. Hooded Robin and his Mario men. Oh, my God. Next week's going to kill me, folks. And 20,000 Koopas under the sea. Oh, Christ.
Who stepped in those?
We will next week. For now, I'm TF2 and Mike with
TV's Mr. Neil.
Stay pixelated, everybody.
Bye. Do the Mario, swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go. Do the Mario, take one step, and then again, let's do the Mario all together now. You got it. It's the Mario. Do the Mario, swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go. Do the Mario, take one step, and then again, let's do the Mario all together now. Come on now, just